explain this to the blind. May you wake up from inside, see the truth through the third eye. Let your heart be your guide, light up the way. Let your heart be your guide. Free from your pain, it ain't a mistake, cause you choose your fate.
Hi guys. I hope you're having an amazing, beautiful, positive day because you absolutely deserve it. I literally haven't done a live in I don't know how long. It's been probably like a year even. Like I literally never do lives. And I was like, you know what? Just do a live. Just do live. Just go live. If any of you guys have that, if you can go live on your thing, just go live. Like, it's crazy how connected we are, but disconnected we are, you know? Where in the world are you guys? I'm in New York. So I guess I wanted to talk today about, I just posted a podcast called You Are the Most Important Person in Your Life. Yes, you are. You listening right now. Okay, you are the most important person in your life. And a lot of you have never even heard that before. You don't even know what it is to be the most important person in your life because you have always put everybody before you. You've never known what it was to put yourself first in your life. And, you know, that's like the people pleaser, the overgiver. You know, we so badly want to please others. We want to be validated. We want love. We want power. We want acceptance, right? And so what we do is we find ourselves saying yes to things that we want to say no to. How many of you on a daily basis say yes to the things that you really want to say no to? That was like a big thing for me when I started to actually realize that I didn't want to be the version that I was anymore. I wanted to really become the best version of myself, and I wanted to just live the life that I desired. Thank you for all the likes. I love you guys. I had never really ever said no. I didn't even know how to set a boundary. So many people in this world do not know how to say no. And it is the easiest and most simple word to say when you're aligned with who you are and you love yourself, right? Or when you even, maybe you're just beginning this journey to figuring out who you are right now and you've never ever said no. You've never been able to say, no, thank you. No, that doesn't work for me. No, I don't have the time for that. Because there's always this voice in your head that fights with you. You want to please everybody. You want to be liked by everybody. You want people to choose you, love you, and you're seeking that validation from outside of yourself, right? Think about that. You are seeking something outside of yourself. Therefore, you're always giving the power to things outside of you to tell you whether you are good or not, to tell you worthy or not, to tell you whether you are deserving, important, valuable, right? And so we'll go our entire life giving that power over to people. And it's as simple as, are you somebody that says yes to things that you want to say no to? And if that is you, then you, my friend, might be a people pleaser and an overgiver, and somebody that, you know, is out of alignment with your truth. Because when we're saying yes to plans that we want to say no to, we're not living in alignment with who we are. It's so easy. Like I remember in the past, I would be so tired and people would be like, hey, can you do this for me? Can you work this extra shift? Or your boss will say, can you stay later? And you so badly want to say no, but a part of you overthinks it. And what if they do this and they give me less shifts, or I get in trouble for that, or I get fired, or, you know, what if they don't like me anymore? Like I have to go. You're giving your power away. You're giving your power away. It is as simple as starting to say no to the things that we want to say no to and not accepting things that are not for us. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate all the love. So kind of you. So very kind of you. So anyways, if you guys are interested, I do have a podcast. It's called Feels with Meesh. I talk about feelings, understanding your feelings, mastering your feelings to be the best version of yourself. And it is Feels with Meesh podcast. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube I have as well. And, you know, I feel like the world is really waking up. Like, people are really tired of their lives. They're really tired of their lives. They're really like, hi, how's it going, guys? People are really tired of waking up and living out of alignment with who they are. It is becoming unbearable to do so. And I saw this TikTok video the other day. This lady posted this girl posted why is everybody complaining so much about their jobs, and they're living in such lack consciousness, and they're just being lazy. And oh my God, Henny, how are you? Yeah, I haven't been on here in so long. It's so crazy. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to it. I feel like I've been sleeping on myself. I have not been doing what I'm here to do, you know, and I kind of lost the, what can I say? I kind of lost myself in the healing the past little while. Like, I've just been really self-focused, and now I'm like, you know what? Like, get the fuck back on live. Like, why not? Connect with people all over the world, connect with people because I have something to share with the world. And like, why would I sleep on myself when there's so many people out there that need these messages? Yeah. So yeah, this lady, she said, I would like to invite you to family dinner. Oh my God, amazing. I would love to go to family dinner. What are we having? So this girl, she said, why is everybody so lazy, and why are they in such lack consciousness about like work and stuff? And I mean, how many people in the world can you truly say in your life are truly happy? How many people in your life right now, everybody listening, how many people can you truly say are happy? And I bet all of you could probably count on one hand, maybe 2-3 people. Literally, like 2 or 3 people. Some of you say none. It's true, because most people are living out of alignment with who they are. Their mind, their body, their soul, their purpose. They're out of alignment with who they are. And I saw this quote the other day. What's his name? Patrick Bet David or whatever. He said, the most unhappy people are the lazy people with ambition, or with like, yeah, what did he say? The lazy, ambitious people. And that one slapped me right upside the head, like, because I was like, listen. When you have a purpose in your life, when you know you're here for something bigger, and you have to work to get there, you have to find the balance and the alignment in your life. God, universe, higher power, Allah, whatever you believe in, him or her, is going to test you. The tests come out from outside of us, right? Everything always is going to test from outside of us. Now, if you're somebody that is seeking validation in the external, you're seeking validation, you're seeking comfort, you need the answers, you need security from outside of yourself, you are always going to be feeling very uneasy in your life. There's going to be a lot of chaos, because you see, that stability needs to come from within us. And when you're not living in alignment with yourself, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, your purpose, it is so easy for us to get tossed around in our life, because your soul is going to pull you. Your soul is going to be like, this is not for you. Why are you here? And the thing is if you have your life set up where you're doing what you need to do while you're aligning yourself with your purpose, there's going to be a motivation there. You're going to feel the inspired action in your life, right? DIY surgery is rough. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't never do DIY surgery. I think that's probably illegal and probably not good for anyone. Outside approval is wasted want. Absolutely. Yeah, so Cruz, is it Cruz? Cruz. Sorry. I totally get it. I cannot stand what I'm doing right now. And this is probably another reason why I have just not been on live for so long. Because and you guys listen to me when I tell you this, because maybe this is you right now and you need to hear this message. If you're somebody with a purpose and you know what that purpose is, and you are giving more energy and focus to the things that are not your purpose because you've been in survival is a state of mind, right? Survival is a state of our consciousness. I've been in that survival state of consciousness and I got comfortable there because that is a programming that I've taken on from childhood. So I was used to being in the chaotic feelings inside of me, being tossed around. I was used to being, the child that lived in the unknown and was so anxious and just always focusing on that unknown, focusing on the fear, focusing on the lack, focusing on surviving and how I'm going to get myself from A to B, that it takes away from you focusing your energy in the direction that is abundant. Your purpose is always going to grow in abundance, right? But the thing is we don't trust can do it and survive and thrive in that area of our life because we're so programmed in this lack consciousness. We're so programmed in this space of fear, right? So, and I'm so glad I'm even talking this out with you guys right now, because in being in that state and in being there, I have not been living out my purpose here. I mean, look, I'm connecting with you guys. The messages are flowing. This is my purpose. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to help people, heal people, help them master themselves. And I've just been on that journey of really figuring it out for myself the past little while. But the thing is when you have a purpose in your life and you're in the flow state of that purpose, everything makes sense. It's like nothing makes sense, but everything makes sense at the same time, because there is no need to make sense of anything at all. It just is. Right? It is whatever you are so good at in your life and you're talented at, and it's your purpose. There is literally no sense to it at all, right? Because it's so specific and personal to you that maybe your family members don't understand it. Maybe that's the reason that you've never even started on that journey to doing it. Maybe that's that reason that you've slept on yourself, because you haven't felt the support of others and you've been seeking that validation. You've been seeking that support. You've been seeking that community in your life, right? But this is the thing, is the God, universe, whatever, higher power, Allah, wants you to be so faithful to your purpose, so faithful to your truth. Know thyself inside and out, that you don't need that external validation to pursue the things that you're destined to do here, right? And someone has to be there for you too. I mean, this is the thing, is when you're living in purpose, you will naturally magnetize and pull those people around you. It just comes with it. That's what it comes with, right? It comes with the sessions. It comes with the community. It comes with the clients. It comes with the customers. The abundance just flows to you and magnetizes you. People will just be drawn to you when you're living in that energy of yourself in alignment. It's like you become a light beam, and really you just attract everything in, right? I just feel like a failure. So you're absolutely not a failure. So this is the thing. Okay, this is another thing. And I'm so excited that I'm doing live. And to everyone here right now listening with me, like, just want you to know how grateful I am for every single one of you to be here with me. I'm taking a course for rapid transformational therapy, and the course has taken me on an emotional roller coaster. It's brought up so much of my stuff from my childhood, and there is something that happened to you in your life. It could be anything, okay? This is why your healing journey is so important. And if you do want to book a personal session with me, I do personal sessions, one-on-one sessions for healing and self-mastery work. And I can help you kind of go into maybe why you have these beliefs that you're a failure. It stems from something that's happened to you in your childhood or in your adult life, anything really. Mostly it'll be between the ages of, 0 to age 7. Like, that's the time that you're forming your beliefs of who you are in that really early stages of childhood. We're programming in a part of our brain that is kind of like, we're in a state of hypnosis when we're that young. I mean, if you look at children between the ages of 0 to 7, they live kind of they're in their imagination. They're in a completely different realm than us. As we get older, we kind of solidify in our conscious mind. But when we're children, we're more in a hypnotic state, right? And so when you go through things in your life, they can be literally anything. And I'll give you guys examples and how I've taken on beliefs in my life. It can be anything like, for example, I was a ballerina when I was a little girl. I did ballet for 13 years. And I had a memory come up in a session that I did in RTT. I'm taking RTT. It's rapid transformational therapy. And it was a memory that came up. And it was of me in my ballet class, and my ballet teacher was praising one of the other girls in my class. And, she would bring the student to the front of the class and have the student dance in front of the class. And we would all just watch the student while my teacher admired her and told us all the great things about her. And what that did in my little 5-year-old mind was it made me compare myself to her. And it made me believe that I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough because this girl's better than me. And my teacher's pointing out all the things that are better about her than me. And so my little 5-year-old mind created a story around that memory and that scenario that I am not good enough, that I am in competition, right? And so we got to understand how amazing our brain is, how amazing our mind is that it can create stories. And because you can create stories about things that have happened in your life, you can actually change those stories. Because as an adult now, looking back on that memory that I have stored in my mind of me comparing myself to the other girls in my class, I'm now able to say, hey, of course, my teacher was praising her in that moment because she was great. But there were other moments in class where my teacher praised me and pointed out all the amazing things that I did. And that has nothing to do, her praising another child in the class had nothing to do with my worth and me not being good enough. It just had everything to do with she was just showing us what, in the moment, what that student was capable of and teaching us what we were also capable of, right? But in our little childhood brain, we can't take on that story in the moment and rationalize it and make sense of it, right? Because we make everything about ourselves. In childhood, we make everything about ourselves. At work, I make okay money, but spend little time with family or spend time with the family and struggle. So this is the thing. Is it Cruz? Please correct me if I'm saying your name wrong. Cruz, the thing is we attach meaning to everything in our life. And this is something that I'm learning to change right now. Actually, I want to show you guys something. We attach meaning to everything in our life, right? And so you saying, okay, you spend little time with your family, and that is the downside of working, right? But the thing is we box ourselves so into the lack mentality and the lack consciousness that we don't believe that there's a better option for us out there that will satisfy all of our desires, right? That will give us the abundance and the thrive and make so much money, but then also have the time and the luxury to spend time with our family and our loved ones. The thing is we program this into our mind in lack, and then we look at all the things going wrong, and then we complain about our life, and things just keep getting worse because what we focus on persists. And so if you're somebody that is programmed in lack, which I totally get because I've been like that my entire life, and I'm healing and working on this, and I'm a coach and I'm a teacher. So this is something that I'm mastering in my own life so that I can help others master that in their life. And so we have to change the stories. We have to change the stories. And how we do that is we start to change the story about the now moment. I don't know what the option is. I've tried applying everywhere. So this is the thing, Cruz. I want to tell you this right now. I get it because I'm also in a similar boat. But okay, let me put it like this. There are people that come on TikTok, okay? They believe in themselves and they don't have these blocks to abundance and finances. They just know that what they have to offer is valuable. They know themselves that money is easy to make. We circulate money. We don't spend money. They get on this app. They put one product on. They sell one product. They make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, what is different between that person and you and me? The difference is that that person has a mindset of things are always going to work out for me. They might be doing something else at the same time and they don't have an attachment to things working out in a certain type of way. And because they're just not in that resistance, things just flow. Like things just happen for them. Do you ever see people in your life that are so lucky and things are always working out for them? They hold within them a belief that things always work out for them. For real. Think about these people. It's literally like knowing your market. I mean, absolutely, Rob, but there's also that mindset because we're co-creating this whole experience here. We're manifesting everything here. And it's all mindset, and it's not giving up on yourself. It's persisting. It's being able to change the story, right? Even if the story right now is showing you that things are difficult, don't accept them as difficult. Say, you know what? This is just it right now. I'm going to change the story though. I get to go to work. I have a job right now. Gratitude puts us in a whole different energy than that of criticizing. And I totally get this because I'm actually a positive person, I believe in myself, but it's been hard. Yeah. So the thing is, okay, you've been trying for months. No, a lot of people have been trying for months. The thing is we think that there's that one day that we try, like literally could be tomorrow. It could be tomorrow that you meet somebody and they're like, hey, like I just started this new company, and you know, it's literally could come out of nowhere. It's like the rags to riches story where people are like, yeah, I was living on a couch and I was broke, and then all of a sudden I met this person. It's like they just keep. If you watch the Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary, that one was really, really, that one was really good because you just see him coming from this place that you never would have seen, like bodybuilders or anything. And he like came to America and like became so successful because he said in the movie, he manifested his life. He's like, I just saw myself there before I was even there. And I persisted in the thoughts, no matter what I was seeing, no matter what I saw, I persisted in the knowing that I was already there. So I'm going to show you guys this. I created a contract for myself, and you do this for yourself. I said, I am committing to my healing and self-mastery journey. I am committing to my self-love journey. I'm committing to becoming the best version of myself and living out all of my desires. I say, I will not criticize myself. So that is a huge one, because when you're somebody that you shit talk yourself, you talk down on yourself, you compare yourself to others, you're not confident, your concept of yourself is really low, your world has no choice but to mirror that to you. People are always going to come in to prove to you that you ain't worth shit, right? That's how it goes. So the minute you start pouring into yourself and starting to change the way that you talk to yourself, starting to be your biggest cheerleader, even if you're in a position in your life where you are not proud of where you are, it starts with just being proud of the little things that you've accomplished, right? Like for me, just to be on this live today, like I'm freaking proud of myself because I haven't done a live in so long. And this actually is feeding my soul, my spirit, doing things that bring you joy, doing things that are in alignment with the things that bring you joy. If going fishing makes you happy, you need to prioritize in your life going fishing. It's simply that. And The way that we communicate that to the people we love is, hey, I want to be the best version of myself for you. And in order for me to be the best version of myself for you, I need to also actively be working on being the best version of myself and making sure that I'm also creating joy and happiness in my life. And the things that make me happy is going fishing. So one day every 2 weeks, I need to be able to have that couple hours to myself to go fishing with the boys, because that is something that makes me happy. And I want to be happy so that I can be the best husband or partner for you, right? Saying things like that, right? Because your partner should be able to understand that if you're including them in the happiness and joy that you're creating in your life, if you're including them in that in some way by just you actively being able to work on yourself, that's inspiring for others to also do the same for themselves in their life. Now, the second thing that I wrote is I will not complain. This is a big one for me, and this might be a big one. I will not complain. I see where my life slowly but surely started to deteriorate and my reality started to fall apart because I couldn't stop complaining about the things that were going wrong. And when we can't stop complaining about the things that are going wrong, the only thing that can happen is more things going wrong. And people don't understand this. They think that complaining about their life and being miserable, but then praying to God and saying, please, God, fix my life, yet you're still complaining about all the things. It says it in the Bible. You have to believe that you have received, and when you believe you have received, you will. So if you're believing so hard that things are not going good in your life, God, universe, higher power, Allah, whatever you believe in, has no choice but to align you with that in your life. It is simply the law. How do you find what you enjoy in this life? So it's so personal to you. It literally is so personal to you. Like, for example, I just went for a walk today and I got ice cream. I was by myself. I went for a walk. I was on my walk. I was like, oh my God, what's going to make me feel so happy right now and like I love so much is ice cream. It is a beautiful sunny day outside. I went to TJ Maxx. I walked around and I was like, you know what? I want an ice cream. It's always just listening to what is going to make you happy. What are the things that you love to do? For example, again, I love Botox. I feel like when my Botox wears off after 4 or 5 months, I don't feel like my pretty put together self, my fresh self. And so I will go get my Botox and that makes me so happy. And it's not for anyone else. You see, like your life and the small joys that you create in your life, those are the things for you. Those are the things that make you happy. They can be so different, so weird, so eccentric, but it doesn't matter because those are things that fill you. Those are things that make you happy. Self-care, self-love, getting a facial, maybe you're a girl that likes to always have their nails done. I'm not somebody that always likes to have my nails done. I could care less. I mean, I just took my nails off. They look like crap, but that's not something that I need to feel good, but my Botox always, my eyebrows always, like those are things that bring me joy. It's so specific to you. And I'm not just talking about like appearance and ice cream, like it can be anything. If you're somebody that needs a vacation every year, that needs to be something that you prioritize for yourself. What is it that you need? Happy birthday to your son in 2 days. That's amazing. So Cruz, I get it. Things might be a little difficult right now, but this is one thing that I've been really doing is, and it's next on my list. Love it. I will focus on abundance. It's so hard for us when we're in lack consciousness to just focus on the lack, because it's right in our faces. It's like you can't escape it unless you have a shift in your mindset. You're shifting your mind state. You're focusing on abundance because, again, what we focus on persists. So maybe your life is in shambles right now. Finding the small things that bring you joy and being grateful for those things, thankful for those things. This bottle of water makes me happy. I'm thankful for this bottle of water because I fill it up and I reuse it. It's a glass bottle. It makes me happy. That might not make sense to you because you might be like, what the fuck? Throw that bottle away. But to me, I'm thankful for this bottle. You know, like I'm thankful for the bedroom that I have. I'm thankful for having all these amazing things around me. I'm thankful for my computer. I'm thankful for the coffee that I had this morning, for spending time with my friends. I'm thankful for my roommates. I have such great roommates. I'm thankful for the cats that I have, right? We can always find something to be thankful for. And again, it's changing, it's focusing your mind. Again, if you want to change your life, it comes down to accepting where you are right now and then focusing on a more abundant life and magnetizing your energy so that you can align with a different job. It doesn't come from you going out there and trying, but you're still in a state of lack. Because you see, God, universe, again, it says it in the Bible. You must believe that you have already received, and that's when you will receive. If you're in an energy of like lack and like my life is so hard and everything sucks and I can't spend time with my family, you're not going to be able to align with a job that's going to allow you to spend more time with your family because you're simply affirming and recreating and saying to the God, I can't spend time with my family and my life is hard and I'm struggling right now. So ask and you shall receive. That is what we will receive. You have to change in your mind the way that you're seeing things in your life right now. Start to focus on the small things that bring you joy, accepting the reality that you're in right now, but knowing that you have the power to change that. You absolutely have the power to change that. And I think that once you begin this healing and self-mastery journey, because we do not change until we go within and change what is keeping us from believing that we can have everything that we desire in our life. We will not change. Our life will not change. Nothing out here changes until in here changes first. And so that's why I say asking yourself why you don't believe that you could have the life that everybody else has. Why? Is it because growing up you saw your parents struggling? And so now you've taken on a belief that everything is hard for you in life, that working is hard, that it's going to be hard for you to acquire wealth? Because that is a really common story for a lot of people, is they didn't have parents that had abundant financial mindset, and they've now taken on generationally, they've taken on the beliefs that their parents hold, and the parents have taught them how to now have this really unhealthy relationship with money and finances and working and struggling. And we did not come here to struggle. We did not come here to struggle. And if you have a belief that life is hard and, you know, and I get it because I have for so long that has been a wave like this. And I have to remind myself, like, there's been times in my life where things were so breezy and so easy. And it took me forever to get to that space. And so now that I'm in a little bit of a lower dip right now in my life, I'm not where I was comfortable maybe a couple months back. I have to remind myself that when you go down, you can absolutely come back up. There's nothing stopping you except for your own thoughts, your own beliefs, your words. Everything is connected. Everything connects you to the reality you're experiencing right now. And so on my contract, I will focus on abundance. Just me owning this pen is abundance. I can create, I can draw, I can write, I can do my course with this pen. You know, it's in the way that we see things. Somebody could say, oh, this fucking pen. It's just a fucking pen. Like, whatever. Fuck this fucking pen. But no, we have a different see the pen differently. Some of you might say that fucking stupid pen, or I hate these types of pens, they're super annoying. Or you can say, you know what, this pen allows me to draw, create, I can do my course, I can write, I can send letters and messages to people that I love, I can write my study papers, you know, like it's all in the way that you are perceiving things in your life. Now, which way in just any of those different types of ways that I was observing the pen, which was the most magnetic? Which one is the most attractive energy to be in, right? Despite maybe the person not experiencing everything that they want in their life in the moment, but just because they're in that energy of observing things in a different way, in a positive, just having that like abundant mindset, like, oh yeah, I can do so many things with this pen. You know, that is more abundant than, yeah, whatever, it's just a pen. It's just a pen, whatever. You know, like it's all in your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, the words that you are using, right? And so again, that one, I will focus on abundance. I made a contract for myself, signed at the bottom. I signed my name in the bottom. Misha, April 9th, 2024. I just did this before I hopped on this live. So create a contract for yourself. And the last one I wrote is I will commit to nervous system regulation, which is a huge one. If you guys don't know what nervous system regulation is, it's when your nervous system is on overdrive, and that's where the anxiety comes in. So things that have happened to you in your life, stored memories, they also hold in the body as energy. And when a belief is triggered, say a fear belief, like I don't have enough, I'm not going to be able to pay my rent, the bills are always stacking up. When those things you are being triggered, the body reacts. The heart starts beating faster. The palms maybe get sweaty, knees weak. I'm kidding. Just, you know, you get stressed. You're like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do? And you start overthinking, worried, focused, fixated on the problem, fixated on the lack, fixated on trying to plan and organize and how you're going to figure out how to do things. Like, nervous system regulation allows you to just take a deep breath and bring yourself back into the body. Instead of being in the mind, you're in the body, and you're connecting yourself to, just happened to me the other day. I thought I was having a heart attack. Yeah, Daisy, it's one of those things we have to teach ourselves how to calm ourselves, right? Maybe you came into this live right now for a reason. You deserve to be calm, cool, and relaxed despite whatever you are experiencing in your life, being unbothered, right? That's something we have to teach ourselves. If you're a more anxious person, I grew up very anxious, and so I have had to teach myself how to calm myself down when I'm having a moment, right? I'm triggered. I could spiral and really like go into that deep, dark space of like, what am I going to do now, right? And we have to teach ourselves through these self-love practices. You know, there's something called somatic shaking that I've been doing, and it's been amazing. Oh, Candace, I love you. Somatic shaking has been amazing. It's kind of crazy. You just shake and let all the energy out. Like you just, because when you're shaking, you can't think. So you just shake everything out, and that has been amazing. Breath work, meditation, yoga, all those things that are going to calm the nervous system down. Another thing is hypnosis. That's what I'm taking my course for, hypnotherapy. And eventually when I pass my course, if any of you would like to do a session with me, I can help you connect to your subconscious. We'll pull up some memories and start to reframe those beliefs around those memories. So yeah, I wrote this contract. That's amazing, Jordan. Absolutely. Praying is a form of meditation. Love that. And so in my contract, I'm committing to myself. And some of you have never done that before. You have never committed to yourself. You don't know what it is to commit to yourself. Because again, let me just point out here, Cruz, you've been very active in this live. I'm going to use you as an example. Most of this live, you've talked about your child and your wife. Having a family, right? People put the family before themselves, and then the family unit falls apart. We have to put ourselves first. And what do I mean by that? We have to actively be becoming the best versions of ourselves so that we can be the best versions of ourselves for others. And we can be that rock, that solid foundation, because we're solid in who we are. And that keeps the family strong, right? And the thing is a lot of people, they don't know this. They just think, oh, like I got to put everybody before me. Everyone comes before me. And we do that our whole life. And what happens is you then neglect you neglect you in your life. You make your life about others. You go your entire life making your life about somebody else, about your wife, about your family, your kids, or whatever, and you never really fulfill what you are here to do, your purpose. You have your own individual purpose here. Your mind, your body, your soul came here for a reason, and there's something that you are here to do, and you will feel most abundant. You will feel most in alignment when you're in your life living your purpose. That doesn't come with the family. That doesn't come with the relationship. That doesn't come from you having anything external. It is so personal to who you are. Exactly. And we've always put others first. But the thing is you as an individual soul, you as an individual person came here with a purpose. And you will be most abundant when you are living out that purpose. And so now, this is the thing, is people, they're so afraid to follow their purpose because they don't think that maybe that purpose is abundant, right? You could be somebody that loves baking, right? You're like, oh my God, I love baking. It is my favorite thing to do, but there's no money in baking. And maybe your family criticizes you because you love to bake. And maybe you have to bake, but your family's like, there's no money in baking. Like, what the fuck? Like, get a real job, right? Like, get a real freaking job. But the thing is you don't understand that if you followed being a baker and you loved baking, you could open up a bakery, and because that is your passion, your purpose, and what you love, and it is the most magnetizing you will be so abundant in that area of your life. You could have the best bakery in your entire city, in your entire town. Now with the social media and how people blow things up and TikTok and all these, you could be a baker on TikTok. You could bake on TikTok and get hundreds of thousands, millions of views and likes, hundreds and thousands of people saving your recipes and doing them themselves. You could have a website and show your recipes on the website. Like, do you see how, if you are living your purpose, there's no sense to it in other people's minds? There's no sense to it at all, because all it needs to do is make sense to you. And when you hear universe, God, higher power just clearly communicating to you what that purpose is, the reason people never follow that purpose in their life is because they're so used to listening to how everybody else is telling them how they should live their life. And they never put themselves first. They never just follow their heart, follow their purpose and what they are here to do, because they're listening to how everybody else is telling them how to live their life. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Yeah, Jason, I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying, because addiction and purpose are not the same thing. I do personal sessions. If you would like to book a personal session, cruise, or anybody in this live, you can go to feelswithmeesh.com. I have my information on there. And oh, Candace, thank you. You're the best. I do not do past life regressions, no. But I'm in school right now for rapid transformational therapy. So as soon as I pass my course and get certified, I will be doing hypnotherapy. And basically hypnotherapy is healing through hypnosis. So what we do is you bring yourself into hypnosis. I guide the process, but I can't hypnotize you. Only you can hypnotize yourself, because it's a state of consciousness. So hypnosis is really just putting the nervous system to sleep. And when you put the nervous system to sleep, you can silence the conscious mind and you can bring your subconscious mind. Now, we only use 10% of our conscious brain. So that's the mind chatter that you're hearing. That is like loud mind chatter. Like, that's your conscious brain, right? But your subconscious mind is 90% of how you're living your life. It stores your beliefs, it stores your memories, it stores all your really it's the body remembering to breathe. It's the body doing its natural process. That's all within the subconscious mind. And so through hypnosis, we silence the conscious mind. We bring up specific memories that you're holding that have created the beliefs that you're holding of yourself today. And so I gave the example at the beginning of my live where I was sharing, in hypnosis, I had the presenting problem in my session was, the feeling of not being good enough. And so we go back into the subconscious mind. Let's go back to a memory that you have that started this belief that you are not good enough. And so what we do is we bring up that memory, and your mind is so brilliant, and these sessions are just phenomenal, and they just really are so impactful because you don't realize how in your memory you have these stored moments that have created these beliefs of who you are. And so again, like that memory of me in ballet class just came up out of nowhere. Haven't done ballet in years. I'm 34. I stopped doing ballet when I was 14. So that's a long time ago. And so it pulled me back to a memory of when I'm 5 years old. That's when it started. When you're in class and you're comparing yourself as a 5-year-old to other students, creating, again, the story that I'm telling in myself is that I'm in competition, I'm not good enough, that I have to try hard to be validated and approved by others. And that started at that time when that memory came up for me. And there's so many other memories that I had come up that it's just fascinating what happens in these sessions. And so I'm going to be able to facilitate these sessions soon. I'm very excited. So many past memories have been coming up. I think that the eclipse definitely has something to do with a lot of things coming up, but I think the energy has been kind of shifting for like a while now. Like maybe it's because I'm taking this course, and so it's kind of been heightened for me because I'm forced to focus on learning the curriculum, but also like implementing it in my own life and like really seeing the things that are coming up for me. But I think naturally a lot of people are having these moments of recognition where they're just like, whoa, like the eclipse, again, if you think about it, it's like you're clipping off old energy. You're just like releasing old energy. It's like you could wake up today and be a totally different version than you were yesterday. It's all in what you decide for yourself, right? Like your life is choices. Your life is decision. And you can go in and out of states all throughout the day. So anyways, wrote this contract for myself, and I think that it's a good way to hold yourself accountable. And I'm going to be doing this in my sessions now. If any of you guys are interested, I do also have a healing and self-mastery podcast, Feels with Meesh. You guys can find me on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. I also post my videos on there. There's tons of free healing content on there if you guys are interested. I'm going to do live more often. I think that it's fun. It feels really good to be on live again. So I love you guys. I'm going to get back to studying. I will talk to you later. Or not, who knows? But I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. I hope you have an amazing, beautiful, positive day because you absolutely deserve it. Bye. I love you, Candace. Bye. Thank you.
Try and explain it to the blind. May you wake up from inside. See the truth through the third eye. Let your heart be your guide. Light up the way. Let your heart be your guide. Free from your pain, it ain't no mistake, 'cause you choose your fate.